It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next on Madden Football.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're underway from Kansas City. McCole Hardman now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Begins his return at the 16. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it. Second down now, 7 to go.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Play fake here. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Oh, the football's loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
There are so many fundamental details to play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Now for the 2nd time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over at what looks to be the 31. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be two hands on the football as they return to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Matariza on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders all set to regain possession. By this point, partner, they're through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. A couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at first down here. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Daniels from the pistol. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On first down, here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Daniels to the air. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
He's contained at the line for no gain. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They motion the tight end over. Here's Mahomes now. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs, who have 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completes this one to Rice. And they make the tackle at the 38. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Hauled in by Rice. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes finds his man Rice. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Back to the air, Mahomes. Forced out to his right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Offense in the hurry up here. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Up and good from Blankenship. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Now Daniels off the play action. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Daniels throwing on third. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Play fake here, Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again following the sack. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Daniels from the pistol. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Robinson. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Gray. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 4. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Putting the tight end in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Pistol now for Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Mahomes. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they send a man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start the 2nd half with some needed points. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
He has it, and they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 32, We've got a screen to the running back. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Daniels. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. An option give to Robinson. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another carry for Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it a 10-point ball game. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Hardman with a return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Tight end motioning right. First down throw, Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Play action, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Working quickly here. From the 40 on 2nd down. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick.
To the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Dime coverage from the Chiefs on this 3rd down. He's back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs down by only 3. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That one's incomplete over the middle.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Pacheco hauls it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Motion man sent left. Now to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Reed now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Out of the gun, Daniels finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Daniels from the pistol. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.